Territory, issue number 3. This is the conclusion of the series, but it's the latest episode, the latest comic that we have, and we're gonna have to wait for the next Kickstarter before we get the 4th issue.
Yeah, and Blake commented on it because we were raving about issue 2, and I read this after we reviewed issue 2. And I went on Twitter and I was like, "Oh my god, I need issue 4 right now," because this issue just goes absolutely all out, and
it gets better every issue.
Yes, it does. And when the campaign was going up for this, he was like, "I promise you guys." He kept saying on Twitter, "There's going to be kaiju action in this. It's going to be packed." And this issue just hits the ground running. Questions are getting answered, and something massive happens. And I was just like, "Wow, that happened."
I kind of thought this was going to happen.
Oh, all right. So let's
this kind of confirmed all of my thoughts, like of what I thought was going to happen. Kind of happened in this.
All right. So let's get into it then.
All right. So last comic we left off, they returned to their village from their pilgrimage, and it is destroyed. This issue we open up, and we see some tufts of bloody fur all over the place, and they're like, "Oh, like what's going on?" They're like freaking out, and then
one of the villagers picks up like this scale. He's like, "We gotta hurry before the beast returns." And it's like a big orange scale. And Alkia's like, "Oh, the great one." Alkia says, "Oh, the great one will protect them, but will protect everybody." But the dad's like, "No, you gotta get out of here." He wants Alkia to leave.
And so
her dad's injured. Her mom's injured. And the healer's like, "Yeah, the great one's gonna protect us all."
Yeah, I think they put way too much faith in this healer because he just seems to steer everybody in the wrong direction.
Yeah, because everyone's like, retreat, and the healer's like, no, we shouldn't retreat. This is a test of the unfaithful. We want to see, the Great One wants to see who's unfaithful. So we got to stand here and know that the Great One's going to protect us. And it's going to show strength for the Great One. And then all of a sudden, boom, 2 kaiju jumping out. You got the Great One, the Great Horn, and this new guy. What's the new guy's name?
I don't know if he got a name.
But this new one's like it's like a snake lizard hybrid type of thing.
It's very strange. It almost kind of reminds me of like design. The Chinese dragons, like that type of style. Oh, because it's got like I think it's definitely inspired for it. You can also say it might be like Utena type of vibes.
True, yeah, because we do go with the tribal.
And it's got like the snake and like the horns and the claws and the hair. It definitely gives off those vibes. But really cool design. And
absolutely.
So like it was kind of just like, okay, we're all gonna stand here, and then like big crash, 2 kaiju fighting, and everyone's just like, run.
Yeah, there's just like the two. They're like pretty much like in a wrestling match, like rolling all over the place, just clawing at each other, and people cannot like get out of the way fast enough. So Alkia begins running with her parents, and her dad's like, "Seriously, just go." He's like, we're slowing you down, go. And she's like, "No," and like I don't know if he like pushed her or something, or she just saw it coming.
Something happened,
and just a foot comes down, and we could only assume that her parents got crushed.
Yeah.
And she survived, and the battle kind of just keeps going. And Nebo comes by, and she's kind of like, "I gotta find my parents." He's like, "No, we gotta take shelter, and then we'll go find your parents after it's clear." So he takes her. They go down into like I don't know what you call it, almost like a sewage like drain runoff thing, almost like
the aqueducts, like the LA River type of thing.
Yes, like from them.
Yes. Yeah. So her arms popped out, and he resets it for her, and they kind of taking a little bit of coverage. Then they kind of end up seeing like the Great Horn's losing the fight. I mean, you can see in the artwork he's bleeding all over the place, and this other monster doesn't really even seem to be kind of phased by what's happening. It's almost like the Great Horn's just trying to survive it. And he ends up defeating Great Horn, and he's just sitting in like a pool of water. And, you know, the villagers are kind of just like, what's going on? I thought he was like all powerful, the most powerful.
Yeah, and they're kind of like, oh man, he's our god is dead. Yeah. And then one of the villagers was like, that's because he's a false prophet. So the healer is finally getting called out on his BS.
Yeah.
And one of the other guys is like, how dare you? And he's like in front of the Great One, and they begin beating the crap out of this guy. They call the healer a false prophet. And the healer's like, no. This is still a test. We shouldn't be doing this. We should be reveling in this. We should be touching the Great One's, bathing in his blood, touching his fur. This is a blessing. I don't know how it's a blessing. Their God just died in front of them. He clearly, I don't know. He clearly was not the Great One.
Yeah.
So,
and then it ends with the issue with them kind of being like, oh, like there's like part of the city that's kind of like wooded, and they're like, oh, like there's like a noise coming from over there, and you see this other tribe coming out that's clearly worshiping this
other kaiju,
the other kaiju, snake lizard Utena-ish inspired kaiju. And it's kind of what I thought was thinking about last time. Is like, is there going to be another tribe with this kaiju? Did they set up issue 2 to kind of be like, well, we displaced the tribe, and
so now this tribe's going to displace us?
Yeah, this tribe's going to displace us, and it calls out, you know, are these kaiju actually gods? Do they have powers? We did see those like fish people last issue. Is the Great One's tribe are the survivors of what I'm assuming is going to be a war, or it's going to be like a, hey, either you join us, worship this new kaiju, or you're going to be exiled type of thing. Are they going to be turning into like bear people? Like, where's this going?
Yeah, like, are those fish people like offspring of that kaiju from last issue, or did the worshippers turn into those people? I think that's an interesting concept there.
It would be really unexpected, I feel like. So it would be interesting to see like what that was. I still want an explanation of that.
Yeah, and like what that mysterious goo was from the first issue that was going to heal that villager. I forgot who it was that was sick that first issue. Like, what is that goo? Maybe it's something from a kaiju and it causes transformation or some sort of mutation, or something happens to these people. Like right now, these people they said they want to bathe in the Great Horn's blood. Like, maybe there's side effects to that, you know?
Yeah, I'm really curious. I also wonder, like, has it been said like how many issues this is planned for?
I believe it's 5. So
5.
It's just the fourth one and then the 5th one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I could just see this going and going and going.
Yeah, I absolutely can.
Oh man.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he's got plans. Maybe it's just the first arc.
It could be just the first arc.
And then maybe it'll be territories with like a subtitle or something like that, you know?
Yeah,
it's excellent.
Yeah, it really is. Excited for the 4th issue. Can't wait to see if my theories play out, how it goes, what the dynamics can be with this new tribe.
This healer is a complete ass.
I hope he gets his comeuppance. I really do.
I really do. I was like, oh man, this guy's gonna just jack him up, and I was like, the tribe's gonna turn on him, but no, the tribes were like just infighting with each other. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the motives of this new tribe are.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be peaceful or if they're just gonna be all out war. And it really doesn't seem like many people in this tribe besides Nebo and Alkia have like any abilities. Because anytime anything is going down, it's always the two of them. They're the two hunters for the tribe. Like they haven't really shown another hunter yet. There was that like one big guy that was kind of like, all right, we're gonna keep your parents here, like telling them not to go out and stuff. I forgot the dude's name.
Yeah,
drawing a blank on it. He was from the first issue also, but like there hasn't been like any other like standout like, oh, this is the other hunter that kind of they do their own thing. Like I feel like they are the hunters.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see because like if that tribe does offer like an ultimatum, like oh join us and worship this new god, I don't know if Nebo was interested in that because he barely seemed interested in this one.
No, he might just join for survival though because that's what he's about.
Yeah,
in my opinion, he's just trying to live. He's not here to worship anything.
Yeah.
He might be saying, like, yeah, I'll join your crew because these guys are nuts. He's like, they're screwed. And they got nobody to protect them now. They have no god. And I'm sure it's the one dude that already says that the Great One's a false god and that the healer's a false prophet. I'm sure he'd be ready to jump on board. So I'm sure that some of the tribe will be split. And
yeah.
So they're already outnumbered because if the tribe splits, plus you got the other crew there, they're already lost.
Yeah.
You know, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
Alkia is going to be who it comes down to because she's put all this faith. She's getting groomed by this healer.
Yeah, kind of be like the next leader almost.
So she's going to be the big swing because Nebo's the one, like I said, Nebo's the one hunter. She's the other hunter right now. So I think she's going to be a big swing for the tribe.
Yeah. Well, we will have to see.
We just got to wait.
Yeah.
And the next comic series that we will be covering is Fall of Man. Currently, they have a novel and issue 1 out, and the issue 2 campaign is running right now on fundmycomic.com. It's about at the 41% mark last I checked, which is pretty good. It's only been a few days, and I'm really hoping that gets funded because I got the first bundle, I did the unboxing, and it looks fantastic. So just flipping through the comic, I haven't got to read it yet because I'm waiting to do it for the next episode, but the art looks fantastic.
I read the comic.
Oh, you read it?
Yeah, I read it on Christmas Eve. I had nothing to do. I was sitting around.
Oh, you read the digital?
Yes.
See, I waited for the physical.
I literally had like an hour to sit down and do nothing, like waiting for everybody to get ready on Christmas Eve. So I just read it.
Oh man, did you read the novel yet? Then
I have not read the novel yet. I wish there was a digital version of the novel, because I don't know. I just have. I feel like I have more time to read on my iPad than to bring a book to work.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm weird. It's not a very big book though. I could probably read this during a whole lunch break.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's probably day or two's lunch break if I'm taking notes on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and with notes, it's going to take longer.
Yeah. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. So the issue 2 campaign is going right now. And there's also a book 2. I don't know if the book 2 is a prequel, but I'm really looking forward to that. I highly recommend the feature tier because you get literally everything. Like when I unboxed the issue 1, I did not realize how much stuff I was getting with it.
Yeah.
First to 49 backers get a magnet too. I think they're at like 29 now, so there's still 20 more you guys get in there for the free magnet.
Yeah.
Really cool. Like I said, really cool story. They have a catch-up tier too. You could get if you just want to get the comics, just get a taste of it. You get the comics, or you can get the featured catch-up tier, which is double feature tier basically.
Yeah.
But check it out. And Kaijus and Cowboys is going right now. Tons of indie comics are going right now. Sector 7, May 15th. Really looking forward to that. And tomorrow, actually, which will be, when this goes live, it's live. I really just stumbled on it like 2 days ago. It's called Megalith, I believe. Let me just grab it on my phone here, guys. Sorry, yeah, it might be a little rude.
No worries. I also did want to mention that there is a very small kaiju related project. I'm looking for it over on Twitter. Oh man, so much on our timeline.
Yeah. Megalith it's a graphic novel that apparently it's been worked on for 5 years, and it looks like a chunky book. The art looks really cool. It's about a giant structure appears and it becomes this giant like monster like robot thing. I haven't read much up on it yet. It literally just popped up on my radar like shortly before this. That goes live tomorrow. I'm gonna look into it. We'll be tweeting it out if it's something I think you guys will be into. It's just insane the amount of indie projects going on right now for when it comes to kaiju comic. It's awesome.
Yeah. In addition to that, there's also the Unknown Heroes anthology, volume 2.
Unknown Heroes, yes.
So there's 2 Toku-ish stories in that, and that's Project K, which seems to be almost like 2 like beast kids. Like one of them turns into a moth, and one is more like animalistic. And then there's also going to be The Feather and the Flame, which is done by Steve Coburn, who also does Neon Cyber Uprising. That's an amazing story.
I know.
So
you've just been raving about that.
So to get this, it's kind of, I'm probably gonna end up getting the digital because the physical tiers are a little pricey for 2 short stories that I'm interested in. But if they do a volume 3, I might end up getting like the whole catch-up pack.
The whole catch-up thing. Yeah, you want to dip your toes in to see how it is.
Yeah, on the
and
first...
they're local guys too.
Yeah, local.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
They're like right over here.
Yeah.
They're super close to me. They're in Sayville, and I'm in Kings Park, and I believe I saw one of them limbs kind of like by where I work too. But
yeah, crazy.
Really cool.
Yeah. So
that looks really, really cool. It's got all different superhero stories and stuff, and yeah, that Feather and Flame looks incredible. And once we do Fall of Man, we're gonna do Neon next. Yeah. I know you're dying to go off on that one.
I know.
Bugging me. You're like, did you read it yet? I haven't seen you this excited for any of the stories.
This was really good.
Yeah.
It was like something where I was just like, this can be a cartoon, this can be an anime, like this can be on Netflix. Like
it was that good.
Yeah, like I can see like merchandise, all the stuff. Like Territory can be a Max show.
Like dark. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But like this could be like a Netflix kids thing.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Not like kids, more like
it could transcend age ranges, like
a Static Shock.
Oh,
that's how I would say, like, it appeals to older people, appeals to younger people. It's got that wide appeal.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, Territory, if you put that on TV, it's like a dark story. I'd want it to be gritty, adult, like...
Territory needs to be like TV, MA, or like rated R or something.
Yeah. I would want it to be super gritty, dark,